Hello, welcome back to another video diary entry by Connor Orphan Hickok. Finally back. I've been really busy because of finals lately. I hate stuttering. I don't like stuttering because I'd rather not stutter so I sound better. Just a small thing. But yeah, I've been really busy past few days. I was going to make one on Tuesday, but I was really busy with work. Same thing yesterday morning. By work, I mean schoolwork, not my actual job. I'm actually taking this week off of work because of finals, which is nice that my boss was able to let me do that. I'm very grateful for that. Alright, let's start with the last day I made one of these, May 20th. May 20th, when was that? So it was the 29th? That was last Tuesday. Last Tuesday was better than the past few days. Remember, by this time, my shoulder was still healing. Math was good. It was alright. I finished chapter 6 of my project last Tuesday, which I was really happy about. That was good progress. I went to the doctor during 5th period, so like I skipped. Well, I say skipped, but I went to it. I was excused from my 5th and 6th period, which I was okay with because I didn't have anything to do in those periods anyway. They recommended some treatments, and over the course of the next week, I did those. And my shoulder is much better now. It's perfectly healed. I'm so happy that I could do my 100 plus push-ups in the morning. I'm so happy that I can help Miss You and Mr. Frizzell set up their classroom. And I'm so happy that I can exercise during my Omega Strikers cues again. I'm really happy about that. Hold on, there's an ant trying to get my phone right now? Hold on. I had to flick it away. Alright, my fault. I just don't want bugs getting on my phone. And I forgot to mention this in the last video diary entry, but I did actually tell my physics teacher, Mr. Pham, about my video diaries. And I assume he's watching them because he asked me in class a couple days ago, like, oh, is there any more content coming up soon? I'm like, maybe. So, I assume he's watching these, and I just want to mention this right now. I want to restate this. I'm not trying to gain popularity or anything. I'm not trying to get views or anything out of these. I am simply posting these online for anyone to see, because if these videos were unlisted, they would be more difficult to access, and I want to be able to access them easier in the future. And for Mr. Pham, if he's watching this, please don't share this with anyone, because this is like a super personal thing, because I talk about really personal stuff on here. So don't share anyone about this. I've only shared this with a few select individuals. No, like even some of my friends, they don't know about this. Like I've shared this with a very, very few select individuals, because again, I talk about really, really personal stuff on here, and I was hoping it could stay like under the radar. So if you could please be aware of that, Mr. Pham, I would be greatly appreciative of that. Alright, let's go back to my past week. Well, my past 9 days. 9? Yeah, 9 days. Last Tuesday, speaking of Mr. Pham, he was absent the entire week last week because he was graduating from Johns Hopkins, and he shared the live stream link of his graduation. And so after school on that day, I remembered it started at 4 o'clock, but I remembered about it around 4:30, 4:40. I didn't remember it like at first because I was working on math, but then I was thinking about physics, and I'm like, oh. So I put on the live stream on my Chromebook, and then I got my brother in my room, and I got on a call with Eric, and then the three of us, over the course of the next hour, watched that live stream. I'm serious. We watched it for a little over an hour to wait for Mr. Pham to cross the stage. And it was so awesome because it was just amazing. I was so happy for him. And I'm genuinely serious when I say me and my brother screamed when he went on stage. And when he got back, he showed us videos and photos of his graduation. And in a video, it was like his family recording him walking across stage, and they were screaming. Like, that was me. That was me, bro. I was probably screaming at the same time they were. So yeah, that was all for last Tuesday. Let's go into last Wednesday. Last Wednesday was good. I made more progress on my math booklet, and the rest of school was good. My shoulder blade was still hurting pretty bad around last Wednesday. It was good. It was slowly getting better though. It was slowly getting better. And I'm serious about I'm honest about this when I say that finals has been a bit stressful, because obviously I've had so many projects to do, and well, here's the thing. Finals themselves, I'm not all that worried about, because the only final I'm worried about for math, but on math, I could use my math booklet on it. Dude, these ants, stop trying to get on my phone, dude. Come on. I'll put it up there. Oh, that works really well, actually. It's a different angle. Huh. That works. Yeah, I wrote here that after finals I'm gonna be super happy, and I will in fact be super happy because there are so many things I want to do over summer, like I explained in my last video diary entry. That's all for last Wednesday. Now let's go on to last Thursday. Last Thursday I made a lot of progress. Me and Cody finished our English podcast outline in under 2 hours. So in our English period, which was really good. We were super happy about that. And by Thursday I was on chapter 8 of my math study guide, which is amazing. I had to sit out in PE on both last Wednesday and Thursday because of my shoulder, which sucks, but I got to do work during those periods, which was nice. Now let's go on to last Friday. Last Friday was great. I made so much progress on work that day. We had a rally at school that was also really fun. It was the Moving Up rally. I'll talk about that more after I talk about the rest of Friday. Work went well that day. It was the first time I saw a duo on stage, which was really good. Their routine was very funny, and I enjoyed it. I skipped the robotics meeting last Friday because of my shoulder, I literally could not help at all. And on Friday, I also put descriptions on my music playlist, which I was really happy about because I had been wanting to do that for a while, but I didn't have time to do it, or I just kept forgetting about it. But now, I've done it, so I'm really happy about that. And it's probably going to be a little while before I update my music playlist because of finals, but oh boy, don't you worry. During summer, I'm going to get through a lot of that. Don't you worry, buddy. Don't you worry. And I wrote here last Friday that I've been listening to some songs recently that made me think a lot about romance. There's a cover. I think it's a cover. I think it's like someone like did their own cover of this song called "You Were Wet" by Mensendez. I think is how you pronounce it. I don't know. I think the creator's name is Sakiura. I think because it's like a Japanese name, but you could look at their on YouTube, and I think their was Sakiura. I don't know, but it was a really good cover of the song, and the lyrics the lyrics are weird, but I really like the lyrics. I like songs with weird lyrics. If that doesn't sound that strange, I like songs with weird lyrics. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Okay. And then after that, last Friday, I wrote here, I really just wish I would have a partner sometimes. And then I wrote, that's all for now, good night. And it's like, again, it's totally fine to not, like, have romantic experience in high school or college. That's, well, if you go to college. That's fine. It's definitely a good experience for you. It's definitely good. It's a good thing to have. But again, it's not necessary. Like, I don't need it. Despite the fact I really want it, despite the fact I don't sorry, I'm messing up with my words. Despite the fact I really want it, I'm not outwardly seeking it right now. Why? I'm focusing on myself first. I'm ever since the start of this year, like sophomore year, I wasn't doing any of this exercise stuff I was doing. I wasn't doing push-ups every morning. I wasn't going on runs. I wasn't doing exercise during Omega Sharkers Qs. But starting junior year, I was like, damn. I looked at this and I'm like, damn. I kind of want to lose a bit of that. And so, I started doing exercise. And I have been losing some fat, which I'm really happy about. Because stomach fat is so hard to lose. Like, it's probably the hardest area to lose fat. And the fact that I'm just losing even a small sliver of it, I'm really happy with, And I'm just really happy in general that I'm doing exercises. It makes me feel super productive and happy. Like, I'm happy that I'm starting to get a good routine now in terms of, like, physical exercise, And I was thinking of actually, like, outwardly trying to seek a relationship in college, which I think is a good idea. Because in my opinion, while high school experience is a good experience, while high school romance is a good experience to have, high school romance kind of just is really stupid sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, like really, really stupid. Like I've seen some really dumb and just terrible relationships, and it's like, oh my gosh. Like most people, when they're in high school, I'm gonna be honest, just aren't like mature enough or aren't ready for a relationship. But again, you're never ready for a relationship. But by ready, I mean like are capable of handling it. Like many people aren't capable of handling it. And that's why most high school relationships fail. That's it is what it is. Now let's go over last Friday. Wait, last Friday? No, last Saturday, my fault. It was last Saturday. I was just working on schoolwork the whole day again. I got a lot of progress done though. Work was also good. Tim was there at work, which I was shocked by, but I was really happy about. Because Tim is probably one of my favorite magicians there. Especially because I get to talk with him about some of my interests, like indie animation, which is one of my favorite which is one of my favorite topics. That's all for Friday. Like the past few days have been pretty short. The past week plus. Like ever since I started working on final stuff, ever since that point, the diary entries have been a little short, but that's fine because I'm really busy. And then last Sunday, I finally got to play some video games again. On Sunday, I finally had some free time to myself. But I still made sure to get some work done. Last Monday was pretty decent. Mostly another work day, but I did some other stuff. I've kept up with Lazarus. Episode 7 was phenomenal. Episode 8 was phenomenal. I'm really excited for the rest of the series, honestly. Lazarus is such a good series so far, and I've really enjoyed watching it. It's definitely on the same level as Cowboy Bebop to me. It's probably in my top 5 right now, honestly. It's that good. And I'm really excited for the Fragrant Flowers Bloom with the Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity adaptation coming this July, which I'm so happy about. I'm gonna binge the heck out of that. You guys don't even know. I'm gonna binge the heck out of that. I wrote here on Monday, since I'm almost done with my projects, I have more time to read, which I'm really happy about too. I have a bunch of manga on my bucket list that I want to read, that I have saved. And I have continued to read the Bible. I actually did finish Genesis. Overall, it was a good story. I enjoyed it. And following Rosh's recommendations, I'm starting to read John. And my favorite part about John so far is like all these capabilities and abilities that Jesus has. Like all these like mystical healing abilities that is showcased in the Bible. I think that's really interesting. Again, I'm not Christian. I'm not religious in any way whatsoever. That doesn't mean I'm not atheist. I am not under the idea that there's not a God out there. I'm not under that idea. I'm just not religious. What's the best way to describe it? I just don't really care. Obviously I don't. Obviously it's not that, because I'm reading the Bible. But for the most part, I don't really care. Like, I'm just not a religious guy, you know. What is it? Oh, Tuesday. Tuesday was good. School went well. And around this time, my shoulder was finally healed. And like I said, I'm finally able to help Mr. Frizzell. I'm finally able to do push-ups, and I'm finally able to go on runs. And I'm able to do my exercises during OSQs. I had to give and by around this time, I finished my math booklet. And I actually had to give it to my mom, and she had to bring it to work because she had to use a stronger stapler at her workplace, since the one at home, a regular office stapler, could not staple it together. Overall, the booklet took me 9 days, 15 pieces of paper, and it's 60 pages, which is a lot, but I can use on the final, so worth it. Yesterday was good. I'm almost done on my history magazine. What I'm doing is I'm doing a brainstorm Google Doc where I write down all my articles, all my editorials, and put all my ads in there. And then I just transfer it over to a Canva project. Once I finish that, I'm going to begin studying for math. Well, hopefully I finish it today. If I don't, that's fine. You know, at the furthest, I'm planning on studying for math after school today. My math final's tomorrow. That's the only one I'm worried about. But I think I'll be fine. I think I'll do good. And then once I finish my math final, it's really home free. Well, for my brother, he has a history final that's really scary. It's like 110 questions. I wish my brother good luck. I hope he gets a good grade on it. That's all I have for today. Summer is just a few days away from me. I'm really excited. Again, I have a lot planned this summer. I'm gonna listen to a lot of music. I'm gonna see if I can watch some anime. Life's good, bro. Life is good. Despite how crappy I've been feeling the past week because of my shoulder and schoolwork, and overall just feeling stressed because of finals, life's good. All this worry and stress that I'm feeling is gonna be worth it for summer, man. It's gonna be so worth it. Despite all my dislikes about summer, one of my favorite things about summer is the sun coming up at 5 in the morning. Because when I go on my walks and my runs at 5 in the morning, and I can see the sun rising, that's a beautiful thing. Seeing the sunrise and the sunset is probably one of the more beautiful things you can view these days, honestly. Nature is beautiful. I don't know if I've said that on my video diaries, but that's what I like to believe. Nature is beautiful. And while I am on my computer and my phone quite a bit throughout the day, I still like to go outside on walks, and I still just like to be in nature. Like there are a few parks in/around my neighborhood, And I go to those frequently because I like nature. And I feel like that's something that the newer generation doesn't really appreciate. And I know that sounds super, like, millennial or whatever, like, super cringe adult. But I genuinely believe that most kids these days don't really appreciate nature. Honestly, it's amazing. Oh, something funny that happened in English yesterday. A bee got stuck in my hair. I'm pretty sure what happened is its wing got damaged and it landed in my hair. I don't even know how long it was in there, but I felt something in my hair. I scratched around and then I pulled something out thinking it was just fuzz. Nope, it was a whole ass bee. It was a whole bee. It was a really small bee though. It was probably like, it wasn't like a full on bee. It was like small. But yeah, that was scary, because I hate bees. I despise bugs. And I'm like terrified of bees. My brother's been stung by a bee twice throughout his life. I've never been stung, which I don't know how to feel about that. But, ooh, hold on, is my leg asleep? Ooh, it's a bit asleep. Yeah, I'm done for now. I just want to let you know, it's like less than 60 degrees out here. And I'm wearing no jacket, with short sleeves and shorts. Oh, I want to mention, the only jackets I have right now are hoodies, and I actually told my mom that I want to stop wearing that. I wanted to get jackets other than hoodies, because hoodies, I don't like hoodies recently, because the whole point of hoodies is to wear the hood, but wearing the hoodie, it's just like it makes you look like you don't want to engage with anyone. Like, wearing a hoodie just makes you look social, like, insecure. And I don't know. I don't like wearing a hoodie. It's weird to me. I don't know. I'd rather have, like, a coat or something. But that's just my opinion. Yeah, I'm going to head out. I'm going to upload this. And I'm going to go on with my day. I will see you all later.